Who needs a trim? How's your hair doing? It's fucking hell, mate. Look at the state of it. How's everyone doing? Are we good? Welcome back to another video. My name is hughwizzy and you're watching Hugh's News. Back again with breaking news for dead ass.
This is for the ones who care.
As it turns out, I've just realised I don't know what day it is. This is as close to prison time as I think most of us will have ever experienced. How is your lockdown? How are your four walls? How is your sanity? I hope everyone is safe. Everyone is secure. Inside, at home, most people are. Whole world, actually, inside, except frauds like this guy, Mr. Reese.Westy from Haringey, who's chilling outside. I mean, what are you doing, lad? No mask on, no gloves on, touching hands. Slightly fraudulent, very suspect. Don't be like Reese, okay? Don't be like Reese. Stay inside. There's nothing to go out for. Whole country doing their bit. And it really is a touching moment when you hear the whole street clapping for the NHS. With Boris Johnson saying he would encourage people to take part in tonight's clap for carers and wants to find a way of expressing his continued appreciation. Wants to find a way. I mean, I can think of millions of ways. Can't you? Clapping, that's what we're doing. Clapping, right, is what you do when you're like us and we can't help, right? And we want to show our appreciation. That's what you do. You clap to show appreciation. When you've actually got the power to do something to improve their working conditions, their living conditions, their quality of life, you're telling people to clap. Anyway, we're here to talk about the Belgian league, which has officially been cancelled today, making it officially the first European league to do so. Will the Premier League and other major European leagues follow suit? All that and much more coming up next. What's cracking? Hope you're good. Love to your mothers. Are you washing your hands? Are you ordering takeaway? And how many people do you think are touching your food before you do? Anyhow, Club Brugge were 15 points clear in the regular season, but the Belgian league is a little bit like MLS in that there's a playoff after the regular season to decide the champions. And the Belgian FA have in their statement said that the decision has been made under the advice that it was highly unlikely that games were actually going to get finished before June the 30th, a date after which they consider it kind of undesirable to continue the season beyond. What they've said is that it would be irresponsible to risk further contamination to players, staff and everyone involved in the competition, even if theoretically they could play the games behind closed doors. Now, UEFA have given all European leagues until August the 3rd to be finished with their competitions, but the Belgian FA aren't waiting it out, basically. They've acted in the interest of health, safety and saving as many lives as possible from Mr. COVID. A board with members from all the clubs will sign it off as official and decide the fate of the bottom club. But for now, no one is officially being relegated. And it looks like the rest of the clubs are going to be safe for next season, with European places being awarded to those in second, third and fourth. The Champions League spot going to first and second. It's 3 weeks since they shut their leagues down, so they've had enough time to take a look at what's going on, see the implications, and you now have to wonder, will the rest of Europe follow suit? How, for example, would that work in the Premier League? How are we going to decide positions of clubs that have had games in hand? Does a club who've played, for example, more away games have a case that they've had a disadvantage? What if you just played a month of, 4 out of the top 6 and you've got a month coming up where you were just bound to hit like West Ham, Bournemouth? Maybe we could do a points per game thing. I'd love to know your thoughts on exactly how you think it could really be finished as fairly as possible. Is it even possible? Kevin De Bruyne interviewed yesterday saying, I've no idea when we'll be playing again. It's not really evident for a player. You haven't played for 6 weeks. Normally you'd need a preparation of 3 to 4 weeks. If we restart immediately, then everyone will be injured after a few games. And he's right. We are risking all sorts of stuff. There's all sorts of complications to this. Let's say that it was played behind closed doors and players are just coming back. They haven't done the proper preparation. You would see legs dropping like flies. And also the risk of contamination is so great that it's quite possible that the most common sense, logical thing to do here is to follow suit. Jose Mourinho involved in online training sessions with the Tottenham players on some sort of house party app. I guess trying to keep these guys on the straight and narrow and not doing a Jack Grealish, who is set to be fined £150,000 by Aston Villa after admitting to stupidly ignoring government guidelines on lockdown to visit a friend over the weekend. Bakary Sagna has called Arsenal a circus. Jerome Boateng has actually been fined himself for breaking coronavirus lockdown to visit his sick son. He said he needed to see him. His son called him and he had to go. His son's 4, so I don't know how his son is calling him unless he's got a mobile, but fair play, it was his son and he's sick and he had to go to him. And why are you not with your son? It's a sad situation, whatever it is. It seems complicated, and there have been rumours that he was involved in a crash on the way back from wherever he was. However, he has been fined for breaking the government instructions, and Bayern Munich are going to be donating that money to a charity, which is great. All this is very different in Belarus, where they've just carried on as if nothing's really happening. Is anything really happening in Belarus? Well, if it is, the league certainly doesn't seem to care. They started in March, games have been going on, and fans are still allowed into the grounds. They're being given hand sanitizer and some masks are being worn, but not many. And 2 fan clubs from 2 of the clubs have said that they'll boycott games because of the virus, putting more scrutiny on the country's decision to keep playing despite the outbreak. It's a crazy world. We're just living in it. I mean, the world's falling apart, isn't it, really? Unemployment hit record 6.6 million in America. Nearly 3,000 people have died in the UK. We've got a coronavirus section on the news website. Bloody hell. What's banned and what isn't? Well, I'll tell you what's banned, right? Going out at 3 in the morning, getting pissed, and driving into your neighbour's Jeep. When are people allowed to leave their homes? Shopping, exercise, attending a funeral. Last but not least, we've got Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who's been interviewed by Kevin Prince Boateng on Instagram, the Ghanaian midfielder, all over social media under the quarantine, and he's been quizzing Aubameyang on what his next move is going to be. I'm going to let this one play out, and you can leave your thoughts in the comment section below. I will be discussing this in tomorrow's video, but this is 2 or 3 minutes worth of said interview. Some interesting stuff. I'm not really sure what to take from it, but let me know what you think.
I think everybody is taking time to think about life. And everybody I think is
So I think you should think about to sell your stupid car, the gold one.
yeah, I think so. Never, bro.
Never.
And I need to go to start the engine up because I think it's
The battery is finished.
Battery is finished.
Broke. But there in England, is it now like you're restricted to stay home?
Yeah, it's restricted, yeah.
Okay, you have to stay home, right?
Yeah, you can only go for jogging or you can go for shopping.
Yeah, food shopping or pharmacy.
Yeah, or pharmacy.
Yeah, it's like everywhere the same.
But we were in quarantine like for 14 days.
Yeah.
With squad.
Yeah, of course.
So now I think it's 18 days. And now, because of England, we have to stay 3 more weeks. So.
But question, do you go food shopping?
No. I spoke with one friend yesterday about this. Last time I go to shopping was 3 weeks ago, I think, or a month ago. I was in France, for 2 days.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so it was quite funny because I saw some people and they were like, "Oh, can we take a picture?"
No, stay away.
Stay away.
1 meter distance. Like I go food shopping. I go food shopping with my wife.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I buy all the stuff that I want.
Yeah, of course. Me, they know what I want. So that's
okay.
okay.
How does it feel like, you played amazing. I saw you, I see you all the time. And then it just has to stop, Because you scored, you were flying.
Yeah,
you were flying, bro. I know you were flying. It's just like it stops. It's like, I think now, like I play with my son.
Yeah.
And I was even in a good shape, I felt good. I just came to
of
Turkey.
course,
It was
you
even
scored as
hard
well.
for me,
No, yeah.
When I play with him now, sometimes I lose a touch. I was like, oh my God, it's too long. I don't play.
Yeah, it's too right.
And then especially for you, England is different, It's faster, it's like stronger. You have to really work a lot, even at home, because even to stay in that shape, because you were flying, man. I remember.
Bro, at the beginning, I was saying like, okay, that's the right time to stop a little bit. Because
yeah, you needed some rest, but now it's too long.
Really hard, and we were working a lot. Was difficult, but yeah, it's really strange because you know you're feeling well, so you think it's gonna be 1 week, okay, then we will start again. But yeah, it's just a bit shame, because when you feel well, as you know, when you are a striker, when you feel well, you just want to keep playing and keep scoring. Sorry.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's a bit strange. It's a strange feeling, but yeah.
All the people, you know, they ask me all the time. You know how it is. You have to promise me when you finish with Arsenal, when you scored your 300 goals with Arsenal, you have to come to. Yeah. You know already.
I know.
They're everywhere. Every 4-3-3 comment, come to Besiktas, come to Besiktas.
Everywhere. They are everywhere. They are so funny. I love people.
The atmosphere in the stadium, I've never seen something like this. And you know, I played like in some big clubs, some good fans, but here the fans are unbelievable.
Yeah, it's different.
I never heard something like this loud. You know, you have pain in the ear. I swear.
Yeah, it's really loud. I played once in Turkey and it was very, very loud.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Lacazette told me that he played against Besiktas and he said it was the best atmosphere he played.
Yeah, like he's a close friend in the team, right? Like you're really close. Yeah, I can see.
Every day we speak.
Yeah, everything you post, even he comments, you comment.
Yeah.
You're making fun. They all say you should sign a new deal with Arsenal.
Yeah. I know.
You still got how long? You still got left?
1 year in the summer.
Oh. Okay. Okay. No, I cannot ask you that. Are you staying at Arsenal? That's a stupid question. Hold on.
Sure.
Nah. He's gonna come to Besiktas. Let's make a swap. I go to Arsenal, you come to Besiktas.
Yeah, come on. We swap.
That's about it for this time. Make sure you subscribe if you're new and drop the video a damn like if you breathe oxygen. For now, though, I've been hughwizzy and this has been a lot of fun. Peace.